get that sound checked as well there, Carnivorous? If
Yeah, realizing that I forgot to check that, but it's okay. We're just gonna turn the mixer up, and we're gonna ask my mods, aka my fiance,
CG.
to check the audio once the stream starts. Also CG, yeah.
I'm just laughing. My mom's texting me thinking it's my dad, and she sent 2 full texts, not realizing my mom. Wrong number.
she say some pretty what's the word? Precocious.
No, so Okami's flying in on Friday, and my mom texts saying, "Hey, is Trey gonna do anything with us this weekend while his friends visiting, or does he just not want to do anything?" And I sent a question mark. Maybe he doesn't want to hang out with his old parents. I'm like, Mom, wrong number. Like, how did you not realize after the first response of a question mark?
It's like, no, I will not sleep with you, mother.
Does Trey want to go to dinner at all? He doesn't ever say anything. I'm like, Mom?
Sends a text back. I love it when you call me mother.
Now it's just fucking weird.
Now it's just
Dude,
weird.
No. Quit while you're behind.
Wait while you're
stop
speaking.
there. Stop right there.
She still hasn't responded. I think she's laughing her ass off.
Oh, Zim, where'd you get this map? Is there like a program you made that made it, or
Which map?
the one I'm looking at right now in Roll20? The main one. World map.
Oh, that's AI generated.
Okay. And like it generated like all the names and stuff too?
Oh no, I named all that.
Okay.
Yep, everything you see before you, besides the actual map itself, is all moi. And as soon as we get peeps here, we will begin.
My mom responded finally. She goes, "That was for your dad, obviously." No, you don't say.
It's like, thanks, Mom. We got it.
That was for your dad. I get it if you don't. My mom, I've already explained to you we're all going out to dinner Friday night when Okami lands. What?
Nice. Little Okami.
Best friend coming to visit. Let's go. The admins are converging. Slowly.
Well, he keeps saying that he's going to come up and visit me, but I don't know.
That's gonna be funny if Okami goes to Tristan's wedding like you and I do. The whole moderation team's gonna be there in person.
Oh, wait, you guys all meet up in real life and stuff? That's pretty cool.
Okami and I do. We're best friends.
I have not.
Yeah, we've gone to Ren fairs. I've gone to Jersey.
Have you guys known each other before this server?
No, we met on this server 3 years ago.
That's awesome.
We're
Nice.
pretty much brothers now at this point.
That's cool.
I'm
right.
Servers bringing people together.
I'm a groomsman at his wedding.
That's pretty awesome.
Wow, there you go.
That's like the kind of stuff you like only read about.
I got my little weed vape.
You're gonna make me cry. I met my wife on MySpace.
You could literally ask him. Like, he's seen the footage of us together in the same room. It's funny.
I have.
So, like, is the wedding more about the bride and groom, or just like the two groomsmen? Like, which one's more of a heart-wrenching story?
I've met a lot of people. I've met a few people I met on this server in real life now. Technically, my ex I met here on this server.
Yeah, he's also like twice as tall as you.
Fucking shut up.
I'm just kidding. All right, we're all here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the recording is starting.
I am now streaming.
That wasn't hot.
Let's see here. So as I get this music kind of toned down a little bit, let's start with our disclaimer. Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. So welcome back, everybody, to another week, another episode of The Long Dark of Elyssara. Before we get going, we just want to say we have a little brief disclaimer for our audience, whoever might be watching or listening. This campaign does have mature themes. It's got intense scenes, character-driven conflicts, challenging moral dilemmas. We want to try and keep that balance between the drama and the action and the humor, so obviously some content we have here is going to be unsuitable for particularly sensitive audiences, so your discretion is advised. This is a dynamic and evolving game as well, and the narrative is shaped by everyone's choices. So here's decisions, and the world around them may obviously explore complex and nuanced storylines. So thanks for joining us, and without further ado, let's get this shit going.
Woo!
As the Windsong beats the shadowy strait of Starfall Shores, the echoes of your recent encounter linger in the air like the ethereal whispers of the lost crew of the Sable Serpent. Spectral words, "in shadows born, in shadows reborn," resonates in your minds, a haunting reminder of the enigmatic forces that weave through the fabric of your world. As the sails billow with the wind's wayward currents, you can't help but ponder the newfound revelations and the unsettling darkness that clings to the Luminalith Shards. The cryptic words, the fleeting remnants of the shadow-touched pirate crew, and the enigma of the silver-laden map case linger in your thoughts. The Wayfarers Guild, an organization that spans the known cosmos, has ties to Elyssara, and recognizing its symbol upon the map case only begs more questions than it answers. The journey ahead promises revelations both lighted and shadowed. And as you sail into the watery expanse towards Nocturna Pier, you find yourselves caught between the delicate balance of chance and fate. Your destiny seemingly entwined with the Luminalith Shards and the mysterious nature of the Long Dark. For in Ebonshade Forest, a relic of the Shattered Dawn awaits your arrival, its light beckoning you towards the heart of your own veiled truths. You find yourselves sailing amidst the waters of Starfall Shores. The night has passed. The event has passed. And like the narration said, you guys are a little reeling from that whole encounter. And Elandra wasted no time in getting the ship back up and moving after you detached the front sail of the Sable Serpent from the main mast of the Windsong. And we're essentially going to, unless anyone has any last moment additions they would like to include into the day, we are going to shift into the next. So that is the question I posed to all of you. Yeah.
Go ahead.
That is the question I posed to all of you. So
no, it sounded like somebody else was going to talk.
Oh, I just said I'm all set.
Okay.
We're arriving at dock tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm good.
All right. So you all go to sleep down below deck. Rather uncomfortable hammocks, and the swaying can often keep you awake from time to time. And around sunrise, or what would normally be sunrise, You hear some echoing cries from the deck above. The person amidst the crow's nest has spotted land. And as you all emerge with renewed energy onto the deck of the ship, you look out over the bow where the man in the crow's nest is pointing, and you see just up ahead on the horizon is sort of a jetty that's sticking out into the water, and it's attached to a small little coastal town known as Aurora's Rest. At this time, you guys have maybe like an hour or two before you arrive at Nocturna Pier, so if there's anything you guys would like to do or talk to anybody about, hint, hint, you may do so now before certain opportunities are gone. So if you guys have something you want to say to Elandra, now's the time. Otherwise, she's going to be off doing her own thing once you get to Nocturna Pier, because you know that she has cargo that she needs to offload.
I have something brief. I didn't want to dominate if somebody else has something else they want to do.
Well, let's take a little poll. Does anybody have a last minute thing they want to do before they get to shore?
No.
Not I.
I think maybe I want to check in with Whisper.
Okay.
And
Sounds
Tranquility
good.
wants to talk to Sylvan.
Okay. Let's.
talk to Elandra.
All right. Let's go with you and Elandra first. Then we'll handle Sylvan and Tranquility, and then we'll handle Sylvan and Whisper.
Okay.
Is Elandra? I assume she's at the helm.
She is at the helm. Yes.
Okay. Drunk has been holding on to the head-sized 50-pound Luminalith Shard. Just it's being gripped by a mouth in the center of his stomach, sort of gripping it vertical, and he's slept with it there, just like it's a giant lit-up beer belly. And so he's gonna sort of straddle up from the bow back to the helm, and give her like a brief little wave, and come up, whatever, like 10 feet away, and the mouth is just going to kind of open and just spit the Luminalith Shard onto the deck with a good bit of drool and, questionably colored liquids. And he's going to say, you can have this back now. Make sure I take it from what you said that you'll ensure that this is delivered to the council.
He looks over the bow, kind of at her destination, and then she doesn't even really look at you. In fact, she stares inquisitively towards the horizon, and she just says, Now we see the true drunk. Yes?
I think he's gonna just kind of like quizzical eyebrow and just like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, and honestly, I don't care. I'm feeling much better after eating 3 bodies. Not sure I've ever gotten to do that before. And I have approval that I care about, which is not from you. And he's just going to cast the light cantrip on his hand, and it's going to like light up kind of dimly. And then he's going to make like a really harsh fist, and it's going to flare out. And then he's going to release it.
Okay. She ties a rope that's nearby to the wheel, make sure it doesn't go beyond a certain degree, and she looks at you after not looking at you for a lot of moments, and she says, what it means is perhaps you are finally starting to see what it is you should be doing.
He's gonna roll his eyes. He's gonna pull the red tunic up from above his waist. It's been kind of just dangling off of his waist because he's had the Luminalith Shard in his stomach, and he's gonna shoulder it and just kind of like roll his eyes and rub his temples briefly and go, I guess I'm supposed to ask what you mean by that?
She says, I never told you, but my journey to this moment has been fraught with tragedy and anger and frustration. But it has also made me who I am today. If you don't like the way I present myself most of the time, that is your own view, and I can't change that. But what I can do is prove to you that my intentions are pure. So, here. I thank you for returning the shard, as I did not want to see you suffer the consequences of having it without a permit.
He rolls his eyes again, but what is she offering?
She's basically offering you an olive branch here.
It sounded like she was holding something, or what was the last thing she said? I wanted to offer you this?
No,
I misheard you then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's not offering you anything. She was basically saying, she was giving you some advice and also words of apology.
Yeah.
A
in her own
metaphorical
way.
peace offering.
Got
Yes.
it. Okay. I think in that case, he's just going to kind of like shrug and roll his eyes and start to walk away, and over his shoulder he's going to say, look, I don't care how you come off. I don't care how you present yourself. I don't care what your intentions are. As long as you're doing the right thing, that's fine with me. That's all I care about, is doing the right thing. We're all about to be in a shit show. The world is about to basically end. You might as well do your best to help other people, yeah? And at this point, he's halfway down the deck, not looking for a response.
She mutters something under her breath, but you don't quite catch it, and you walk away.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Tranquility and Sylvant.
Unaware of the diplomatic train wreck going on, Tranquility is holding a thin, kind of a serial novel, picture like a magazine. It's just chapter 2 of the Mulberry Coach, and she's looking for Sylvant.
Where is Sylvant at this point?
I believe I was last up near Whisper.
Okay. Yeah, he's still hanging out towards the bow of the ship. Likes to be alone, it looks like.
Yeah, if I remember from the battle, I was pretty much standing right next to him.
Yep. Okay.
Is that, I'm sorry, I thought it was next morning. Is it still last night?
It is next morning, yes.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Sorry then.
Yeah, if you want to stay out there all night, you can, but...
No. I can just say I was sleeping near the mast again, and it's morning and I've just woken up.
Okay. Everyone is obviously fully rested at this point, so you can regain your lost hit points, spell slots, all that jazz. All right, so yes, Sylvand is kind of waking up near the main mast, and she gets up and moves towards the bow of the ship.
Ah, Miss Sylvand, good morning. Oh, were you out here all night?
Tranquility. Yes, I was.
Oh, well, I hope it was comfortable with a dubious look at the, what's it called, the deck.
Yep.
Honestly,
It's
these
very
are some of the
hard.
nicer places I've slept.
Well, I suppose it has plenty of fresh air. I wanted to know if you would like to borrow this, and she holds out the pamphlet.
Yes, the pamphlet.
What is it?
Oh, it's chapter 2 of the Mulberry Coach. Chapter 1 was ridiculous. It had a girl who was supposed to be married and she ran away. Bizarre. Nobles don't do that. But anyway, I thought you might find it entertaining at some point.
I'll reach my hand out and take the pamphlet with kind of like a kind of upwards look as I'm looking down at the pamphlet and say, thanks.
Well, it does get boring sometimes.
I'll give it a read.
Hope you enjoy it. She casts a glance, like controls her gaze from going towards Whisper, and then says, well, I think I've said everything I should say, because she doesn't know how good his hearing is. Have a good morning, Miss Sylvan. And she will step off and head back below decks, having made an overture of friendship herself.
Okay.
And also made it quite clear that she's not going to interfere in any Whisper business. She just wants to be away from it.
Right. Okay.
And with that said, she will go be away from it.
All right, Sylvan, do you not? It was definitely an odd interaction between you and Tranquility, but it definitely seems to you like Tranquility is trying to break the ice in some way.
It does seem that way.
But there's obviously, as you look over your shoulder towards the bow of the ship, Whisper's just fucking standing in almost the exact same spot that he's been in for days now. And he just stays there looking out over the bow.
I'm going to walk up to him and stand next to him and put my arms up on the bow and just say, Whisper.
He just kind of briefly glances at you out of the side of his eye. He says, good work back there.
Oh, you as well.
So what do you want?
Actually, I was just coming to check on you to make sure everything was all right. Last night was pretty intense, was it not?
Nothing I haven't seen before.
Are you sure? You took a beating.
Yeah, I've taken my hits over the years. But all in the job.
So what's your deal anyway? What is your job?
Well, I don't want to get into too much detail, but I'm kind of in the same position as all of you. I'm supposed to find these shards.
Something tells me you're not finding the shards for the council.
Well, roll me an insight check.
1 sec.
And he'll briefly roll a deception, and I'll let you know what that result is.
I got a 9.
Okay, he got a 15. He says, not for the council, no, but that's all you're gonna get.
Okay. Keep your secrets. Fine.
Don't we all have them?
Indeed.
And what's yours? I mean, loner, street rat.
Well, it wouldn't be much of a secret if I told you, wouldn't it?
To me, you just seem like all the others that I've seen in your position.
And what would you
Lost.
consider my position?
Well, you're not too unlike this ship here, amidst this vast ocean. Kind of adrift, not really knowing where you're going.
I'm just gonna kind of look the other way. Not really saying yes, you're right, but definitely showing it in my face.
Says, yeah, I know that look. I've met many people just like you.
And what happened to all those people?
Damned if I know. Some of them are probably... Actually, they're probably at Nocturne up here, or Aurora's Rest, wherever we're going. Some of them are probably working on Project Dawnbreak as we speak. Some of them are probably lost even more than they were before. But it's not really my job to babysit them.
Okay, well, have fun with your job then.
He looks to you, and you can see the really gruff look on his face, and the 5 o'clock shadow that's turning into a beard at this point, and he just looks dirty and kind of still mysterious and all of it. He says, "So what are you looking for?"
I'm just looking for treasure.
Well, there's plenty of that here in Elyssara, but I mean, what are you really after? You can see him squint a little bit, looking at you in a questioning nature.
What makes you think there's another reason why I'm out here?
Call it instinct, I guess. And he just slightly smiles at that. And he says, "So I don't know where you're going after we get to the pier, but I have some duties I need to attend to. Promises to fulfill. And I don't think we're going to see each other for a while. So in that case, I guess it was nice knowing you."
Yeah, you too.
Don't lose that edge of yours. You got skills.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
And he smiles, a sort of a gesture of encouragement. And he turns back towards the ocean ahead. And you get the sense that he doesn't really have anything else to say. Unless you do.
No, I'm good.
Okay. And as the hours pass and the sun and moon rise in the sky in tandem together. Whoa! Did not mean to do that. You arrive, finally, at Nocturna Pier. And for a bit of reference, Nocturna Pier isn't entirely unlike Solara Pier. There's like an outcropping that's attached by a boardwalk. And the boardwalk goes all the way inland to the coast. Right on the coast is Aurora's Rest. I know the map doesn't quite show it. It's more like right kind of coast adjacent. But in the Legend Keeper, it's actually in its correct place. So with the darkness in the sky above, it's actually kind of a very endearing scene that you come upon. The pier is adorned with many lampposts, but there's not light inside. There's small little Luminalith shards. The pier itself appears to be not entirely unlike the Solara Pier. It's got similar buildings. There's some warehouses, and the rest of it is simply just boardwalk leading up to the coast. It is at this point that Elandra just yells out over the ship, "Prepare to dock! Get your asses in gear!" And you see everyone just start running. They're pulling down sails and making sure the ship slows down enough. She yanks the wheel in one direction, almost broadsides the pier, but it stops pretty quickly, and she locks the wheel in place again, steps down, helps tie things up. You all are kind of, I don't know, would you be helping or would you just be watching? This will matter in the future, by the way.
Oh, watching.
Okay.
Watching with arms folded.
Definitely watching.
I'll help. Finn will decide to hop in and lift shit, I guess.
All right, Finn, roll me. What are your tool proficiencies or
I don't think I
vehicle?
have
Any vehicle proficiencies?
Let's see. Nope. None of it.
All right, then the next best thing. Roll me a wisdom check, please.
Oh, great. Wisdom.
Hey.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, so
Yeah.
you kind of go ahead.
One.
With Finn helping, Drunk is gonna go from like sternly observing to also helping, and
okay.
he'll run up and try to do whatever it is that.
Can I say
Oh,
it?
nat 20.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say I'm mostly just trying to learn how to do this in case we need to rent our own ship to get to that little fucking island?
Correct. So what I actually normally do when it comes to learning new skills, I have a set amount of successes that you have to reach before you learn it as an actual skill or proficiency.
Okay.
So, for example, something as complex and generally just not, it's mundane, but it's super complex. Driving a ship or knowing how the sails work, what each rope does, what a fucking, I don't know, what keel hauling is, stuff like that. Okay, so that's one success. I'm going to look for a total of, with this particular size ship, actually just knowing, let's go with a total of 5 successes.
Okay.
So you want us to just roll wisdom again 4 more times?
No, this is going to be a cumulative effect sort of thing. So in the future, if you ever find yourselves in the position of having to try and work a ship, that will add to your successes.
Okay.
As of right now, all you're really doing is learning how to dock. That's only one part of a lot of things to do with a ship.
I'm going to put like a little ship handling 1 out of 5 in my bio section.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Actually, I was just going to say if there's a way you guys can keep track of things.
Yeah.
Additional features, I guess I'll put it there.
Yep, and that goes for everyone else. If there's like a tool or proficiency that you guys want to learn how to use, same deal.
Can my nat 20 count for 2 instead
Wait,
of
what
1?
do I do?
So it's not even really in the books. It's a homebrew thing that I do. You can learn new skills and new tool proficiencies and even languages just by finding the time to be in moments of learning. So, for example, right now you're on the Windsong and you're learning how to dock and how to like loose some sails and tie certain things up and down. And that's all part of learning how to navigate as well as operate a sea vehicle. So those of you who rolled to help, you have now added to your potential learning capacity for sea vehicles.
So I didn't learn anything then because I didn't help. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
in this sense, learning is much easier just to do it. I mean, that's kind of in the mechanics. I guess if you really wanted to, I could have you roll like an intelligence score.
No,
or
it's
like
fine. I was just I wasn't sure if I was included in this, like, because we were all on the boat. So it's just a general question.
No, correct. So going forward, if there's things you want to learn or want to become better in, or even have as an addition to your character, you can do that. Just you have to actually do it. It's like, oh, I level up and I take this. I mean, in 3.5, I'd say, okay, well, actually, what you have to do is you have to spend 24 hours of meditation, uninterrupted, no combats. You have to like slay a fucking evil being that's like 3 times your level. It's stuff like that. It's like little tiny snippets and moments that you can utilize to learn things.
Sounds good.
So if down the line you guys get into a little pickle with a ship and you don't have a captain or something, maybe one of you can roll a sea vehicle proficiency check and then you'd be golden.
Let's go. I just need to do that 4 more times.
Just to be a jerk. Can I potentially get 2 out of 5 for my nat 20 on that, or just 1 out of 5 with?
It's to any success, even if it's a nat
Okay.
20, is only going to be 1. Yeah,
all right,
sorry,
okay.
I know,
No,
I know.
it's all right.
I would be asking the same question. Trust me. So. All right, so pulling into Nocturna Pier, you guys dock immediately after the ropes are tied up and people start getting the gangplank ready for offloading cargo. There is a dockhand that approaches, and this guy, he's like all prim and proper, well dressed, hair slicked back, ears pointy, Clearly an elf, probably a high elf by the looks of him. And he just has this set of spectacles that rests on the bridge of his nose in sort of like almost a librarian manner. And as soon as he sees Alondra and you all, he says, "Oh yes, Windsong, right on time. 20 cases, correct, Alondra?" And she looks at him, nods. "Very good. Please have your men excuse me. That was... I just suck.
All in character, right?
Oh, no.
He's been drinking on the job.
Definitely not in character. Please have your men deliver your export to the warehouses. You know which one." And she simply nods. And all of you roll me an insight check.
I was about to ask if I could.
My rolls are not good tonight.
It's okay. It's all okay.
No, it's not okay.
Oh my god.
We're not starting
It's
that.
the meme. The room is on fire. This is fine.
Yeah, we're not starting the whispering, though. We've already
Really?
got one whisper.
You gonna roll your insight?
My insight.
Yeah, you. I said everybody.
Oh shit.
So far, Zigbis and Finn.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Natty
I'm a-
1, let's go.
I'm a people person.
Drunk, you're kind of paying attention to this guy. You're not really paying attention to what Alondra's doing. Sylvan, you are actually more concerned with the cargo that's now being offloaded. You know that there's Luminalith shards in those boxes. And Emberin, you're just looking at the sky, at the eclipse in the sky above.
Just
Sounds
staring
about right for
directly
the
into it.
Like you said, you're just looking at this guy, but yep, that's a dude.
Yep, just like a certain someone without glasses.
Nice.
I'm done. I'm done there. All right. So Zigbist and Finn, you look at Alondra as she's interacting with this guy. She seems to exude just a sheer loathing for this guy. She thinks he's an asshole.
fun.
So
Must be
she
a great
doesn't.
guy.
Yeah, she doesn't really say a word to him. She just simply nods and ushers her men to carry the crates off and towards the town of Aurora's Rest, which is where it will be stored, at least you presume. Anyways, this guy simply looks at a clipboard that he has, and he takes his quill and just simply does a little flick on the page as if he checked it off, like the shipment's arrived. He says, "Very good. You staying the night? If so, it's going to be a docking fee." And she just grumbles under her breath. She's like, "Motherfucker." She says, "Sure. What was it? 10 gold? Oh, no, sorry. It changed last time, right? 50 gold. Oh, no, was that the day before? I don't know. It just keeps changing." And she looks at him very angrily. And he says, "Not my rules. I only follow orders."
Can I insert myself into this a little bit?
Go ahead.
Drunk is gonna just kind of stumble over and put a very lackadaisical arm around Windsong and be like, "Oh, now, Captain, you haven't introduced us to your delightful friend. Who is this?"
She's very confused. She just kind of as soon as you do that, she leans away from you just a touch. You can tell she's not particularly cool with what you're doing, but she's allowing it only because you're kind of helping her in a way. Mm-hmm. 1 second.
Oh, also, while this is going on, can I try to sneak a peek at that clipboard?
Well, he's down on the dock. You're still on the ship. So it'd be hard to do that.
I have long arms, though.
Is she? Ew, ugh, gross. Is she on the ship or is she on the dock with him?
She's on the ship currently. She just kind of like ushered for her men to start carrying crates off, which they have been doing.
Okay.
They're walking past him. He's checking off each one of the crates that comes. And all the while, he's just stealing glances at Alondra like, yeah, I got your number, bitch. And she, so she just says, well, if you must know, drunk, this is Thalion. He is the dock
Alien,
hand
a pleasure.
here. I wish I could say the same. By the way, you're about an hour late. So, should I add that to your tab? She, you can see her gripping the handle of her scimitar very tightly.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
In Tranquility's estimation, would this person count as a common folk?
Roll me a, just a straight up, I guess either an insight or I'll take an intelligence. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Logically speaking, by the way he's dressed and the way he's posturing himself, he sounds like a rich asshole.
Damn it. I was hoping he was a common folk.
No, in fact, all of you can now roll me a perception. If you have a passive perception of above 12, you don't need to roll.
I'm gonna open up a handful of like ears and eyes on the back of my head, nowhere that he can see them, and grab that perception proficiency. So I have a 14 for my passive.
You see, except for Jesus, Embrin, you are fascinated with the eclipse in the sky.
And it's a really cool looking cloud over there. It's shaped like a dog. I'm sorry, am I missing an important conversation on the dog?
Okay. So let's see here. It looks like, yeah, drunk, that would apply.
Cool.
So go ahead and roll your perception.
Oh, I thought you said I didn't need to roll if it was above 12.
Oh, if it was above 12, no, sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, my passive's at 14, yeah.
Little brain fart. Okay, so you all, except for Embrin, notice that there is a symbol of, it looks like a hammer and a shovel, and it's sort of encompassed by a circle. And this symbol is stitched into the lapel of his suit. This guy's clearly some sort of official for maybe an organization or a guild. And if you want, you can roll me a history check.
Okay.
Oh,
of us?
okay. I will not bother to roll.
Yes.
Zigbist has been reading up on this world in his free time.
It seems. All right, so rather mundanely, I'm sorry, but Tranquility and Zigbis, you guys know this as the Builders Consortium. Put it in the chat here. You know them to be essentially an amalgamation of a bunch of craftsmen and artificers throughout Elyssara that specialize in unique projects.
Unique, as in...
I think you can probably guess what I mean. We'll say this. With your Nat 20, Zigbist, they are almost exclusively tied to and developing Project Dawnbreak.
Okay.
And with clear leaders at the helm, such as this Thalian, it seems things are getting done. But it also seems that probably not in the greatest way. Because this guy's an asshole. And if he works for the Builders Consortium, he's probably here for a reason, and you'll probably be cataloged.
Okay.
The people will be cataloged?
Yes, everyone that comes in on ships is documented.
Tranquility will jump in ahead of that. She will pitch in with a quick, "Oh, I'm so sorry we were delayed. We were handling an encounter with the, what was it, the silver sable you said?"
Sable Serpent.
The Sable Serpent, I'm sorry.
That's right.
They attacked us in the night. It slowed our progress.
Roll me a persuasion check. Ooh, okay. One moment.
Can I give the help action and just, with my arm still around Windsong and go, "It's true! We killed the entire crew. Shouldn't be bothering anyone else anymore." So
even
I think
Alondra, even Alondra would pitch in at that point. She's like, "It is true."
So that is advantage?
That is advantage.
Okay.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Hey.
I'll
he
just be a
says-
warlock.
Very well. I suppose I'll let it slide this time.
Oh, how kind of you. Jesus, she's laying it on a little bit thick, but the situation calls for it.
Yeah, I think Drunk is going to narrow his eyes and go, "We really appreciate it."
I bet. And he walks away.
As
Alondra-
he's walking away, Drunk is going to give a wave with the arm that was around Windsong and go, "It's been a pleasure."
Alondra says, "Don't encourage him."
And he's going to turn and look at her and go, "Did that sound encouraging to you?"
She looks at you and she says, "Well, no, but I know him. I'm telling you, don't provoke him. Part of the reason why I dislike him so."
What would that reason be?
Roll me a persuasion.
Okay. Oh, 19,
Jesus
shit.
fucking Christ.
Zero
Oh.
charisma. But hey, I speak good now. I've had some good meals. I'm speaking great. You know.
Well, it
That
also
natural
helps.
awkward charm.
It also helps that you actually came to her and admitted a little bit of wrong, and she saw that. So this helps. She says, "Well, if you all must know, I ended up in confinement because of that man."
Drunk just kind of chortles and goes, "And what did you do?"
She says, "Well, before the Luminalith Shards and my free pass to transport such things, I was kind of into the illegal contraband side of things."
You don't say. Really?
She looks at you. "Don't patronize me."
He's laughing. It's just. And so what? You got caught smuggling something innocuous, I'm sure. Nothing important to maybe prevent the end of the world or anything like that.
She looks at you and she says, "This was before the Shadow Dome." How old do you think I am?
Interesting. Well, I mean,
I thought you were definitely on the younger
Is-
side.
he's
thank
going to
you.
take a look around. Is Whisper still in the vicinity or no? Like,
He
is within
seems to.
earshot?
He actually seems to have left the ship, kind of in the mix
Perfect.
of the workers that were carrying the crates off.
I think in that case, like after sort of looking around to make sure he's not in earshot, he's gonna clap her on the shoulder one last time and kind of like give her space finally, and say, "Well, I mean, you did defend our good friend and the possibility of him engaging in similar activities, so I haven't really been sure what to make of you."
Some would call me an onion. I have many layers.
Isn't that cute? I think I'm gonna hop off the boat. Just a full jump.
And it's at this point that she does say, well, my charge is ended, and now it's on you to complete your mission. I will, of course, be staying here for, well, actually, not too long. I hope you are all able to find your way back to Lysandrelis safely.
Tranquility sucks in a little breath at that, but I mean, that was a possibility. So she said, "It's been a pleasure," and we'll follow Drunk off the boat. In a more, more ladylike and demure kind of way in general.
She gives you the sort of 2-finger thrust from the forehead salute, farewell.
I tip my top hat.
Like from the dock, Drunk will yell up. So I take it we may not have the pleasure of your company on the way back?
Oh, I didn't say that. I just know that I do have some tasks I need to fulfill before I do make my way back to Solara Pier.
Around town?
Yes, and also out on the seas.
You suppose if there's anything you'd like help with, if you have coin, we're happy to help while we're here.
She says, I don't need your coin. I
want your coin.
You're not getting my coin.
Fine.
You just patronized her for like 3 days, and you just said, "Hey, we need help, though."
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you weak ass pirate bitch.
100%.
I'm just kidding.
Drunk when he's like competent is apparently a raging asshole too.
Beautiful.
Oh man, that's right. I mean, she's come to accept that part of you. It seems. Anyways, go ahead. There,
Embrin be the last one off the ship.
She touches your shoulder as you walk by. She says, "And you seem to be maybe elsewhere right now. Are you okay?"
Oh, I'm doing perfectly fine.
She looks at you kind of with that look, that really look, kind of like slight downward nod with the squinted eyes, upturn of one corner of the mouth, like,
He's got a bright, happy, glowing smile. Both figuratively and literally.
Just knocked my microphone around.
Do you have a microphone? You're an double agent? How didn't she had a wire?
She says, very well. Listen, I enjoyed our time the other night. But I know that, I'm complicated, you're complicated. Let's just leave it at that.
Complicated, don't even begin to start to describe it.
And she says, however, I will say, on a scale of 1 to 10, an 11. She kind of strokes your arm, smiles at you.
Hell yeah, buddy. Ember kind of like walking backwards down the gameplay. Oh, seems I keep my track record at a high score then. Thanks for the fun time and a good ride, pretty lady. I'll hopefully see you around some other time.
And to kind of leave you with like a question in your mind, she just says, but that is, of course, because I haven't really been with anybody for a while, so.
I'll take it. Like walk out the gameplay shrugging. I'll take it.
From halfway down the dock with Finn, you hear Drunk just audibly go, ugh.
Oh, you be quiet.
Finn finally turns his ears the right way forward, no longer listening to the conversation. He's like, What I miss?
So as you all make your way down the boardwalk towards Aurora's Rest, you see the henchman, Alondra's henchman, with the crates up ahead. They're kind of collectively hauling all these different size crates towards a warehouse at the end of the pier. And in fact, I'm now going to move everybody over to Aurora's Rest.
This map is noise.
Cute little town. Go ahead and as you all enter, by the way, over here. Oops, this one. There we go. As go ahead and roll me a Go ahead and roll me a just a history check. See if I can give you guys a little insight. Oh Lord.
Finally,
you guys
she
read
breaks her
books.
streak.
Clearly, I know everything.
Oh,
I'm so smart.
Tranquility is distracted by trying to remember what exactly happened in Chapter 1 of the Mulberry Coach.
wow. I gotta say, the drunk, you're the only person that knows this, because you overheard sort of people in Lysandrelis talking about it. So this is Aurora's Rest. It is almost 100% a sort of housing area for all of the workers who are developing Project Dawnbreak. There's, of course, shops and inns and different services that are provided. But you know that most of the people you are going to interact with all work on Project Dawnbreak.
Oh god, it's a company town.
Pretty much,
Reddit
yeah.
warned about those.
Is it drunk? Is it like an actual no shit company town, or is it just kind of like a bedroom community?
You know it to be kind of more like just kind of a housing bedroom community. Like people occupy different sections of different houses and homes all around the town, and even the inns are almost fully booked most of the time because you got workers coming and going. And then that's not even including visitors that are making their way just to the other side of Elyssara.
With that in mind, Zigbist is going to say, so before we enter town, anybody want to split up the treasure?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah. So are you guys just going to do the standard, split it by 6? Each one?
Ember already got some treasure. We're splitting this by 5.
Ah, okay.
I got a nice chain shirt.
Yeah, that chain shirt's probably worth a few hundred gold at least.
I wasn't talking about that, but whatever.
Wearing it.
Sorry, guys. Now, obviously, keep in mind, you guys don't have to keep everything you find. You can sell things to shops. And also, I want to reiterate that this is going to be a living, breathing world. So if you go to a place that has, a good amount of money, they might be able to buy your shit. But if you go to someplace like a hamlet that's completely destitute, they're not going to buy jack.
What do you mean? We're going to buy the hamlet?
Yeah, we own this now. Get out.
Yeah, for real. No. You're tied to the land. You belong to us, too.
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Don't like that.
All right, so this right
map
here.
Time.
This
Whoop, sorry.
this building right here is the warehouse that you see her workers bringing all of the crates into. You see outside there's stacks of wood. There's more boxes and crates here. There's also a bunch of different boxes and crates also stored over sort of further out towards the water on the boardwalk. There's also a back area here where it seems there's a number of benches as well as a fire going, and you see a couple of workers just sitting and smoking pipes and having some drinks. And then the boardwalk, or I should say the stonewalk, continues just south of where you are, and you're able to see that it opens up into several different alleys and pathways. You notice that there's a number of trees as well, so it's not entirely without serenity. It's just a little bit more tight-knit. And what do you guys do?
We're splitting the gold real quick, right?
Yeah.
In a not
just-
obvious way.
Yeah, you're just counting it out in the open. Everyone's like, "What? What are they doing over there?"
So if someone else did some math, but basically what I've got is about if we split it 5 ways, I think it's 64 gold pieces and like 20 or 2 silver pieces.
So the lapis lazuli, you guys will need to, or lazuli, whatever, however you pronounce it, you'll need to sell that at probably a jeweler or some kind of. Believe it or not, you could probably make certain garments with stuff like that, like adorn garments.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get rid of the lapis. Then I included that in there.
So yes, go ahead.
46 gold and 2 silver pieces is what I've got. Did anybody get the same?
Say 46 gold or 26 gold.
46.
46 for each, yeah.
And then 2 silver pieces.
Yep, got it.
Is that what you got too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's get some music.
I think Drunk's going to suggest that Embrin and Tranquility hold on to the lapis lazuli because they will probably have the easiest time bargaining a good deal on selling them.
Okay. One thing you guys do notice about this place is that the lampposts that have the Luminalith shards continue all the way out from the pier into the town, and it's illuminating the town almost entirely. You do not see a single spot of long dark within town limits.
Nice.
It is actually kind of nice. And in fact, you're noticing the effects of such niceties. You're seeing a lot of people around this area down here moving about, laughing, just having a general good time. It seems their workday is just about ready to begin. And they are all kind of filing out of their homes and making their way down these paths and inward towards the center of town. So, what do you guys do?
If nobody's got any ideas, I'm of the opinion that we should go definitely find a place to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's first and foremost.
I'm fine with
Okay.
that.
I think
It's still
tranquility
like-
is.
Drunk, you know any good places?
I don't think so. I've only heard of this from, people talking in Los Angeles. I don't know the city that well. I just know of it.
Right.
But it's still early, despite the lack of sun. So I agree that we could find somewhere to stay, and then I suppose we might as well spend this money that we have on equipment to aid in retrieving the shard. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we do some shopping.
Yeah.
All right. So milling about, I would say you guys probably emerge somewhere around here. And it is just something you look to your right. I'll actually bring everybody down here. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Oh, you're in the water. Ah, you're swimming.
Oh, they're all dead. Oh no.
They never taught me how to swim.
This is
Ah!
a nice boat. I'm going to the boat.
I'm gonna
I'm
steal
gonna hijack
the
the
boat.
boat. Didn't work out
Right.
so well for the last people.
So as soon as you round this corner here, you look to your right, and immediately this building right here, there's a sign that hangs on one of the posts outside. It's kind of swinging in the sea breeze, and it's called the Harbor View Inn. So I'm going to put that in here. One moment. Let let me get some whiteness. No pun intended. Arbor view. I'm just going to put this on the map for now. I'm going to edit it in Incarnate later.
Cool.
So it'll look all official and shit.
Love it.
So I guess we can just walk in and find the innkeeper and ask for a room for tonight for 6.
You may, yes. You walk in, pretty cozy, and it also appears that maybe like a second or third shift just got finished up because a bunch of people are filing in with you. And even though you know that it's almost like 8 o'clock in the morning, people are ordering drinks from the bar like there's no tomorrow.
Nice.
What's wrong with day drinking?
Sounds like my kind of people.
And everyone's just laughing. You know, you hear a bunch of different stories abounding across the interior. You're catching glimpses of people, you know, maybe having bouts of anger with each other. You know, it seems like they're maybe taking in or at least processing the previous day's work. But overall, everyone seems to be having a good time. When you step inside, it's a pretty large room, multi-story. There looks to be 3 levels, and you can see all the way up to the 3rd level because there's a mezzanine in the center that overlooks the tavern area with a bunch of tables. They're almost all occupied. The bartender's going insane. He's trying to deal with everybody's orders. He's running around all like a chicken with his head cut off, and he's just running back and forth, fulfilling orders, pouring beers, getting food, running that food, seating people, you know. He's all over the place. And he looks to be a slightly middle-aged human fellow. What do you guys do? Let me see if I can get some crowd voices here. I think I have crowd voices. Yes.
Zigbist is going to semi-awkwardly approach what looks to be the innkeeper and ask just bluntly, like, can I get a room and some food?
He says, yeah, just give me 2 seconds, please. And he
1, 2.
He comes back like a few seconds later, way more than 2 seconds. He seemed to be pouring another person's beer. He comes back, says, yeah, sure. How many of you?
6. Oh, wait. And he like looks back and he's like, do we want 1 room or 2?
He says, funny that. I only have 1 room available right now, so I think if you want it, you're going to have to take it.
And Zigbist will look back at everyone. He'll be like, is that amicable to everyone?
I just nod in agreement.
Yeah, Drunk shrugs.
Tranquility is nodding, but in a regretful goth kind of way.
Why do I know exactly what that looks like?
As an added predicament, you would also be essentially occupying a room that's meant for 3.
Well, Zigbist is half a person.
yeah.
Swarm looked down like so good, like, huh?
He looks at you like he wants to agree with you, but he also knows that it would probably be very racist.
Is this the only inn in town, or do we?
He says it's the only inn we need in town. Yeah, the harbor. Welcome to the Harbor View. Sorry, you can call me Clint.
Thanks, Clint. We'll take the room.
How much
And
gold?
food.
How much gold would it take to kick someone else out of their room?
He starts laughing almost hysterically. He says, wait, you're serious, aren't you?
Kinda.
Entertain us.
10 gold.
I think Drunk is cringing a little bit and kind of elbowing Finn.
And
His
10
jaw
gold.
drops.
Do you not see how big I am? I'm gonna take up a room by myself.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you're. Wow. Well, maybe I can.
Or if you could
Oh.
convince someone else to let me room with them, I don't know.
I think Drunk's gonna cut in and say, I don't think it'll be necessary. I can sleep on the street if need be. I'm used to it.
No,
And
no,
Zigbist
no,
is
no.
half a-
We don't sleep on the streets here. No, not in Aurora's Rest. You have a nice, comfortable place to stay. There's no question. And you know what?
Is
Maybe I will. How much are you willing to offer? Because we have a few high-profile clients here that like to get the best rooms, almost as if they reserved it for themselves indefinitely. But if you ask me, I don't like that.
Can I insight him?
Yeah.
Go ahead, insight them.
Also, I did want to insight for a different reason, probably.
Okay, what are your reasons for the insight then?
For me, I was trying to figure out if he was concerned about people staying out past night, like it's really not something you're supposed to do here in Aurora, or if it's more like for a fun reason, no, of course we have room for you.
No, he's just playing with you, and actually, in this sense, this particular place, it doesn't matter when you're out. There is no curfew because everybody's either always coming or going for Project Dawnbreak. There's multiple shifts. When one shift ends, another begins.
I see.
And Tranquility is just doing the typical, is he talking this place up? And who are these people? Are they actually likely to be important, or are they just somebody he's kind of making up?
He does seem to be, especially with your insight, he's telling the truth. He says, there's a number of really just a bunch of pricks, that come in and take up the good rooms. And, I have other high clientele that could use those rooms. Like, for example, you just came in and you offered me 10 gold. Not many people do that. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I think we understand you. Clint, do these people actually stay in these rooms that they reserve, or are they just held indefinitely and they don't
Fuck
trip?
no. They don't stay here.
Oh.
How much to buy one of those extra rooms?
Yeah.
Bye. Oh, so now you're going to be the jerk.
Well, if they're not staying in them...
I see, that's where the predicament lies, unfortunately. You see, some of the rooms are actually procured by, some of the guilds that hold sway over the town.
Fun.
So if you were to force yourselves into a room, you would unfortunately be forcing out another someone you probably don't want to irk.
I see.
Okay, but from what I'm to understand, they don't use these rooms most of the time.
No,
So odds are,
of course not.
Odds are they won't even notice that we're there.
Maybe not, though. I don't know. People come and go. I can't guarantee it. You understand what I'm saying? If I were to rent you this room, I could be catching flack.
I don't like it. I'm just going to voice that I don't like it, the idea anymore.
Yeah, I thought they were just rooms that they never used.
Well, they aren't, but unfortunately, when you have money, money talks and you know what walks.
At this point, Zigbist...
Go ahead, Zigbist.
I was going to be like, Zigbist is getting frustrated at the lack of progress. He's going to be like, okay, so how much for the room that is open first? One problem at a time.
Well, it would be 5 silver for all of you.
And then Zigbist will reach into there and put 1 piece of silver. There's my share.
I'll do the other 4.
Yeah.
I have a PP piece. I forgot.
The only reason I'm giving you the discount is because you're all going to be cramped. Normally, it would be a gold.
Fine, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Tranquility will ask for permission to perform at the bar.
Oh, my dear, of course, yes, absolutely. The stage is free.
I cross my fingers. Ah, damn it.
Can I give them action?
I don't really know
don't
how
know.
much you can help a
I
performance.
don't either.
Which
Yeah.
one of our party
I
members?
could stand by and
could?
just kind of like clap and
You
cheer.
just up there
Imagine-
plucking the strings for her while she does the frets.
Imagine Ember
I
now.
mean,
I'm the hype man in the crowd. I'm like, gosh, she's great. Who is
I'm
this?
the one. I'm the one in the back. You suck. You're in my party, and
can
Hey, I have mind sliver handy. Careful.
I
Zigbis
have
try,
nothing.
can Zigbis try and help? He has guidance.
Oh, okay.
shit,
I
we
like
have
it.
guidance
Yeah,
too.
do it. Do it.
Okay.
Well,
So
unfortunately,
Zig-
only one person can give guidance at a time.
Yeah,
so.
I forgot that I had it.
But now we can give
So-
multiple guidance at once.
Zigbist is gonna like put his shoulder on Tranquility's put his hand on Tranquility's shoulder like the friend does, and like, okay, you've got this, but it's actually just guidance being cast, and then he's just gonna like run off stage real quick.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
He runs up. You're out of tune.
Tranquility going in. Okay, 12. All right. You know what? Let me just roll something here.
Pull
Get
from the
my-
fire.
D100 out.
Love the. I have mine, so I have Eldritch Blast. Well, you also have Eldritch Blast.
You are able to. Well, you actually perform well enough to garner 10 silver pieces. They just kind of shower you with tips. They flick the coin into the area that you're performing around. So,
While this is going on, Zigbist is in his seat and he's trying to get someone's attention to get him ask how much food and a drink is.
right. So he says, well, what are you looking for? We have the standard fare, bread, cheese, is cured meats. And then we have the more, classical seafarers meals, which is usually fish and preserves.
No beef.
Sorry.
I'll take the seafarers. How much is that?
That'll be a silver, please.
How much for the drink? Or does that come with it?
Oh, no, you're all new. It seems like you're all new anyway, so please, this first one's on the house from me. We got a lot of people coming in today, and I feel good, and you've made me feel good. So, on the house.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Thanks, Clint.
And
Thank
Zigbis
you.
will just start digging in.
Yeah, he brings out basically just like a boiled, fucking like shitty, almost like anemic looking piece of fish.
Drunk
Sounds
isn't
very
gonna bother to
appetizing.
eat.
I'm gonna
This
order
is-
for the table. The best thing that we can get, so I don't have to get the fish that looked anemic. Unless that was the best, in which case, oh no.
I can buy the next one.
I think Drunk's just gonna wave a hand and go, "I'm full. Don't worry about me."
Can I,
Zigbis is gonna be
can I
like,
ask for meats, cheese, and bread for the table instead?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, sure. He tells maybe it looks like some kind of attendee or employee of his to go to the back and get what you ordered. And he does, and you guys find yourselves a single table amidst the tavern that is at first occupied. It's got like 2 people, but then they see you approach and they're like, fuck, we'll move. So they get up and take their beers and leave, and you all sit down, and Clint brings over actually a pretty delicious looking spread. There's some, like you said, breads, a variety of cheeses, and some cured meats. There's some slabs of, it looks like compressed meat. But it's also like seared on one side, so it looks very appetizing. It actually smells of. It's got this herbal nature to it.
Okay, all right.
Spam. It's spam.
It's
It's one of those veggie burgers.
it's the Impossible Burger.
Yeah, it tastes a little bit sweet.
I think while the group's eating, Drunk is, gonna take a swig of the ale or whatever he served and go, "Oh, by the way, I don't know if I told you all yet, but it turns out Palor wasn't joking around, and he's gonna cast the light cantrip again on his fist."
Oh wow.
Nice to have the help of a god, right?
Oh, it's not because you ate that person.
Imagine
No.
that, Tranquility says loudly, trying to cover that up.
Can I do an insight on that?
If you wish. I mean, unless she's actually actively trying to be deceitful.
She is not even thinking about it. Yeah.
Just general, like, she does seem to have the idea that committing yourself to an alternate or higher power is beneficial in a lot of ways. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna kind of go on like, Tranquility and I were talking the other night. We're gonna try to get a hold or get some information from the gods. Maybe we can get some background information on what the hell is causing the eclipse and the darkness. Hard to know. Hard to fight what you don't know.
It's at this point you feel a thud against the table and like a stomp on the floor next to you. Someone just like appears out of nowhere, drunk as shit, slams against the table, slams against all you. He says, the long dark. I can tell you all about the fucking long dark. It's here because the lights. It's fucking weak.
I agree.
That's why
You should
we're-
go sit down over there, though.
No, you don't get it. It's just
Push him away. I'm
that's-
curious.
Do you push him away? Or do
Zigbis
you
is
let him
gonna-
speak?
Zigbis is just going to continue eating his dead fish, like dead for dead fish.
I think he said don't push him away. Or did
Yeah,
you say push him
I
away?
was curious what he was gonna say, but if you want to continue to push him away, you can.
I was more
He says-
pointing.
He says, it's just, well, didn't you hear the sound of the hammers? It's a fucking anthem. The scent of the sea, the salt. It's our perfume. We work every day. We're just all cogs in the machine. We're building a brighter dawn for Elyssara, yeah?
Yeah, and we appreciate your good work. How's it coming along?
Oh, it's in the morning we build, and in the evening we drink. Or maybe the other way around. That's the way of life in Aurora's Rest, and that's the way of life at Project Dawnbreak.
How do you feel about the work that you've done so far? Does it seem like it's going to be finished soon?
Oh, it's nearing completion. I think I remember hearing the foreman talking about, what was it? They're shipping in a bunch of shards. Yeah.
Have you had many refugees here?
Oh, we have got, what do you mean? We have lots of refugees, people who want to work.
Well, there were so many people leaving the city when we did. I wondered where they were all going.
It's probably just people making their way to the other side of the strait. I'm sorry, miss. Oh, you're so pretty.
Okay, back off.
Oh,
She just had a little sigh of relief that somebody had spoken for her.
sorry. I didn't mean to barge into this group. Sorry. He just kind of like stumbles away.
That was taking a very uncomfortable direction for me.
Thank you.
Like,
You mean
this-
out of character or okay?
No, I mean,
No, in
Yeah.
character, in character.
yes, and
Okay, I
Tranquility is, yes. Tranquility is
wanna
also
make sure.
speaking in.
Oh yeah, no, that was totally fine. But like Zigbis, like no, that was in character. I'll let you know if something makes me feel uncomfortable.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead. You two were conversing.
I'm gonna go shopping. Anybody want to come?
Yeah,
Yeah,
need a
I
new
agree.
I want to
bed.
come shopping.
Yep. It appears general. Tranquility would love to shop.
Yeah.
So
We're all settled up, right?
It sounds like so you're all settled up. You paid Clint. You guys can finish your drinks. The first round on the house there, and we can say that you leave.
Yeah. Drunk will give a little wave and a nod to Clint on the way out.
Does anyone think to get Embrin? Because he's off mingling with like the general populace, making like probably 20 new friends.
Well, if that's what he
were
wants
you
to do.
drinking with us?
No, I put a thing. He's off mingling, being flirty. He's doing Embrin things.
Let's do it, Emran. What are you doing? Seduce me.
Huh?
Again?
Yeah.
Again? Seduce me. What? Seduce me.
No, seriously though. Let's
he-
RP it. It's all part of the story.
I mean, kind of just depends. He's just bouncing around table to table, being friendly. Hi, how are you?
All right. We'll say you decide to go with your
I'm sure
instincts
I'm
at
getting-
first.
I'm sure I'm getting a lot of eyes as a fire genasi.
You're getting a lot
So-
of. Well, actually, not as many eyes as you would think. It's almost welcoming in a way. Yeah, like these people around you seem to have experience with your kind, and you actually, we'll say, you go with your instincts and also your sort of personality, and you sit down at a table with three. Rather attractive-looking females, and you just kind of start talking. At first, they're like, "Okay, there's just a random guy that's sitting down with us." But what do you say to break the ice?
Do they look at all nervous at the fact that there's a great sword on my back? Like, is this kind of guy
Actually,
like
no.
mercenaries or?
Yes, this town has plenty of mercenaries, people passing
Okay.
through, people going on their way. Yeah, it's not uncommon for them to see
People
something
who
like this.
are armed and all.
Correct.
Okay, so that's not uncommon. Got it.
Correct. So they just, one of them, a human female, she says, "Hi. Do we know you?"
Give me a second. Dying. I'm just popping around, getting to see what. I've never been here, just seeing what the general populace is like around here.
Well, are you a working man?
For contracts.
One of, two of the girls snicker. They go,
Mercenary
And,
type, if I didn't look it.
the one you're talking to, the human female, she says, yeah, we see a lot of your type coming through here. But you're definitely a lot cuter than most of them. The other ones are either dirty, unshowered, or just plain rude.
That's the thing about being made of fire. Technically, it kind of just burns away.
She says, so how long are you in town?
Oh, shit.
You do look like the mercenary type, so I can't expect to see you here tomorrow. Not exactly.
Ah, shit. Were we leaving tomorrow?
I would imagine you guys would probably be on your way no later than you need to be.
So, yeah, probably by tomorrow, and then...
That's just me assuming. You guys can do whatever the fuck you want, but I'm saying as a DM, that's kind of what I am assuming.
I don't know. I got my ADD kicked in, and I looked at the cat, and I was like, kitty.
I'd assume that we're leaving tomorrow, too.
Yeah, everyone's gonna go off the assumption we're probably leaving sooner than later, so...
Deciding,
Go ahead.
I was gonna decide whether I should be a cockblock and be like, "Hey, let's go shopping."
Takes the door back. I forgot one!
Oh my
Grabs me by the collar of the shirt, picks me up.
You know what? Fuck it, let's do it. I'm just gonna go over, like,
It's
And
like
just grab you by the sleeve, just be like,
I don't foresee us being in town for that long. Probably a day or two at Mac. Grabs by the show, huh?
"Hey, we're going shopping."
What? I
Buy things.
don't need no y'all. I didn't even get paid. I don't have no money.
Oh my god.
I got money, but not enough to buy things.
I forgot.
So-
You're broke.
The girls are
You didn't want a
laughing
chair.
at this whole rhetoric going on. They're chuckling. The one you were talking to, she says, "Just go. We'll be here." And she winks at you.
I'm
And
sure they'll catch up with you later.
When did you get here?
Oh, we're all waiting for you.
Oh, God's damn.
We just sat there as a group and we're like, you know what? Who we can't deal without Embrin. Just brings the whole party together.
Yeah, what would you do
He's
without
the
my
glue.
bright? What would you do without my literally bright smile?
and your
Honestly,
glowing
probably
eyes.
Honestly, probably let Tranquility do all the talking, but I feel like she would get nervous after a while.
But she puts things nicer than I do. Anyway, you ladies have a lovely morning. Is it morning?
It's
I can't
morning,
tell
yeah.
now. I can't
She
tell
laughs.
no more. You ladies have a lovely morning.
Well, thank you. You too.
Just we're walking out like, you asked me to go shopping. You didn't even want to split the copper with me.
I had no say in that.
Not even the copper, Finn.
I give him
Hey,
a platinum
Finn
piece.
bought everyone food. Yeah.
Wait,
That's
you
right.
bought food?
Snooze, you lose, buddy.
I flip him my one platinum piece and I'm like, here. Well, that shut you up for now.
So I will say that foods, any sort of equipment or
Yes, it will.
supplies you guys need will be tracked.
Yes, it will, Finn.
Okay,
Get
that's
that-
good to know.
May I actually inquire how much rations everybody has?
None now.
Yeah,
I think I have like
see
2
that?
weeks worth. Let me double
It
check.
would be under
inventory.
your equipment, inventory.
I have 14 provisions at the moment.
14 days for you.
Yeah, 14 for me as well.
Okay, good.
I ran
just
out.
Be advised that a day's provision only applies to you. It does not apply to the whole group.
Okay.
Do we have a sense of how long it'll take to get to the lake from here?
You know how long approximately it will take to get to Ebonshade, but you don't know exactly how long it will take to get to the Black Lake within Ebonshade, only because of the rumors that surround the forest.
How long to Ebonshade?
Approximately a week and a half.
How long is a week in this world?
How long is a week in this world? Same.
Yeah, how long are
7
your
days.
weeks? 7. So we
Yep.
need 7, at least 11 days, 10 days.
Roughly
worth?
11, maybe 12, depending on weather and
Let's
what
say-
you...
So
Yeah.
it is out and back.
So that's 14 to get there and back. Then we need provisions to actually explore.
I assume we can buy some at Evans or what was
I think
it?
Here.
it's
Yeah, you're
a
here at
forest, isn't it?
Aurora's... Well, yes, it's a forest, but it's not just any forest. If you wish, you all may roll a history check to tell you what kind of forest it actually is.
Can Tranquility have advantage because she's asking people about it?
No need.
Sure.
Nat 20.
There's
All right, that's 20.
there's demons in these woods.
Oh,
Wow, all right.
Oh, also a nat 20. Hell yeah.
What's that
So,
like?
Ebonshade Forest is rumored to be let's go ahead and call it a wasteland, forested wasteland, that is, of long dark pockets. It is actually said that sometimes you don't even know you're entering the long dark because it's so thick. And there are also rumors that people get lost amidst the forest.
So we should definitely buy more than what we probably think.
I was gonna say maybe like a month's worth of rations.
Yeah.
Or do you think that's too much?
I don't know.
I would rather have too much than not enough.
Yeah.
Tranquility
Are we,
will... Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, are we doing weight? Like, are we tracking how much weight we're carrying?
Yes, so I would recommend possibly investing in either a cart or some kind of pulling system like a horse or a donkey, anything that you think you would have to pile onto something that you cannot carry on your own or even feasibly carry with two of you because your traveling is going to be hindered at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, we can pile all the food on the bugbear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Not
true.
very
You're basically a
nice.
mule.
Actually, yeah, I get a thing, powerful build, which makes me a weight class bigger for carrying capacity and weight and shit.
Yeah,
Also
you take
with weapons.
Yes, we'll just make him carry the cart.
You just take your carry capacity and you just get ×2. Pretty funny.
Which is insane, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Also,
makes
don't forget
sense,
that there are
though.
things like bags of holding as well as portable holes in this game. So,
Yeah, we might as well poke around and try to get more rations and any sort of bags of holding, portable holes, carts, mules, etc. We should just look to see what's for sale.
Yeah.
also, because you guys, well, most of you are technically unfamiliar with some of the aspects of Dungeons and Dragons, I will tell you as DM to player, completely outside of game, do not ever place a finite interdimensional space inside another finite interdimensional space. You will regret it.
No, you should
What happens?
definitely do it. Just make sure I'm nowhere near you when you do.
So, like a bag of holding inside a bag of holding.
Or a bag of holding inside a portable hole, or a portable hole inside a bag of holding. Yes,
You should definitely
anything
do
like
it.
that. You
Is
will
there-
regret every second of what happens.
What happens? Like, is this a written rule, or is this just
Yes.
like
It's a written rule.
It's a written rule.
lore.
Yeah,
Um,
you essentially tear open a portal into like the space between realities, and you just
Black hole.
cease to exist. Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds
cool.
like a perfect portable grenade.
You send
Yeah.
yourself to Brazil, essentially.
Oh,
You scatter
God damn
everything
it.
across the astral plane, I think, in the most recent version.
You go into the space between planes, and you cease to exist.
What is
Oh,
my
okay.
carrying capacity?
We should
I
get
bet
2 of
we'll-
those and plan on throwing them at enemies.
Just like make a device like that pulls one into another, like just after like 10 seconds.
Oh, I've DM campaigns where people have attached a bag of holding, and then thrown they attach the
Oh,
bag of
wait.
holding to the end of an arrow, and
Yep.
then they throw the portable hole against the wall, and there's an enemy right there, and they just shoot it at it, and it sucks them in, and yeah, it's. I've had BBEGs, also known as Big Bad Evil Geniuses, for those of you who've never heard that vernacular, completely consumed by totally mundane and stupid bullshit that I'm just like, why?
I will never
Because
forget.
players are the bane of a GM's existence.
I mean, he had a player throw someone into a main villain into the wall, gave her amnesia, and then that became their ally because, she wakes up like, who am I? You're a friend. Okay.
Yeah, she was working for the BBEG. He threw her into the wall. It was a nat 20 strength check. She got amnesia, was knocked out. She woke up, lost like 10 years of her life.
I was like, who am I? You're a friend. Okay.
Rough.
Oh wait, have you? This
Let's
is
go
like a
shopping.
weird.
Guys, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
shopping,
but
sorry.
we're limited for
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, let's go shopping.
I can hold or carry up to 510 pounds,
Alright.
I think. So
Okay.
if y'all need me to hold rations, that should be fine.
Yeah. I'm still going to look around for a cart and a mule or a pack horse or something like that.
I would
and
love
any
a
sort
bag
of
of
like
holding.
magical items.
Okay,
I like
so
the
you
bag
go
of holding idea.
as you wander around. Oh, excuse me. You stumble upon a place known as Jesus. I'm sorry. Ooh, Starfall Supplies. And outside, you see that there is a paddock with some horses. There's also a couple of carts that are outside the fencing, kind of placed almost in a display-like manner. Let me move your characters over to where that is. It's like over here. Let me
sorry.
No, it's all right. Starfall supplies. Let me put a thing here. Jesus.
Do we know whether like a horse and a cart is going to be a huge pain in the ass in the forest? Like, are there paths wide enough for a cart and a horse, or are things going are the woods going to get pretty dense?
According to your knowledge and rumors, there is a beaten path, but it seems to end after a certain point.
Okay.
The horse may get spooked.
Yeah, and we'd have to
Yeah.
worry about food for the horse because it's a wasteland.
The horse is food.
If I
Okay,
buy
so
a bag of holding, I'm
let's-
going to have to be concerned about the bag man.
Drunk is going to go in and ask how much for a pack horse and a cart, and feed
All
for the
right.
horse for about a month.
Let's look at the mounts and vehicles. So for a pack horse or a sort of, I guess that would be considered just a draft horse.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. That's going to be a total of 50 gold, actually.
Oh my god, that's actually expensive.
Yes. Utility and convenience is usually pretty pricey.
How much gold did we split between each person? It was like 46?
46.
Okay, so I have 56 then.
I'm going to ask if they have a bag of holding.
Okay, let me just roll something here.
Or a portable hole.
Yeah, any sort of,
Please.
Or
any
both.
sort of magical items.
And
Both,
some
preferably.
All right, so roll me a d20. Sorry, not a d20, d100. My bad.
Anybody or
No, just the one who.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, he says, I'm not really that kind of merchant.
gotcha. Anybody? Do you know of any shops around here that carry magical items?
There is. I think there's one actually down more near the harbor. They call it the Radiant Supplies.
Cool. Good to know. Thank you.
You
Wait, no.
have- Sorry.
That's not it. Sorry, I looked at my notes wrong. The Radiant Quill.
Radiant quill.
Tranquility will check for rope and Ilvan rations while we're here.
Okay. That will be in supplies, so they have that for sure. Let's go ahead and give you. Let's see. One. Oh, wow, they don't have it? Come on. Tools, magic items, venturing gear. Rations. 1 day. How much would you like?
Just a week, I think.
Okay, so that will be 7 times 5, which is. I suck. I'm just kidding. 7 times 5 is 35.
Is that gold or silver?
That will be silver pieces.
Okay. And how many
That was
silver
for-
and a gold again?
There is 10 silver to a gold.
Okay.
Sorry, I had a brain fart there.
And what about the rope?
Are you looking for hempen or silk?
Probably we're going for hempen because Tranquility knows she's on a budget.
Okay, that'll be a single gold for 50 feet.
Okay. And we'll add 50 feet of rope and then do the math on 35 silver, which will take me a minute.
That'll
Yeah,
be
let me
3
know
gold,
how that
5
breaks
silver.
Oh, thank you.
Hands you the change. Go ahead.
While we're here, can I also make a purchase?
You may. What is it?
A grappling hook if you have it, and a week of rations, please.
Week of rations will be 35 gold. Copper. So Jesus Christ, I suck. Silver. And then a grappling hook will be 2 additional gold pieces.
Okay.
The grappling hook is 4 pounds, and the rations are 2 pounds per day.
So that was a week, so 14 pounds.
Yep.
God, I love all the math in D&D.
I know. Imagine earlier versions where they're like, first you have the base attack bonus, then you have the
Yeah,
D20,
fuck
then you
that.
have your attack modifiers, then you have your damage
Nope.
bonuses or weapon bonuses,
shit.
all that abilities that go with your weapons. It's just like so many different things. And I was like,
I have a shopping list. I'm sorry.
that's right.
Can Zigbis buy 16 rations real quick?
16 rations. That will be, let's see here. You got 5 silver pieces.
I guess I'll change mine to 16 too, just for ease of.
It's going to be
math.
75 silver, also known as 6.5 gold. So 6 gold and 5 silver.
All right.
So
So
I have 49 gold and
all right.
Okay.
what is EP?
Electrum point. Yeah, Electrum. I thought about doing something with that. Just let me hash that out. I don't like the idea of Electrum because they suck. And it's like a totally weird currency that I have never considered having in my game. But now I want to maybe have a workaround or at least some kind of plot point to it. So give me some time on that. Don't worry about it. Just convert it to other things first for now.
Hey, Zim.
Yes.
You said it would be 6.5 gold?
Correct. So 6 gold and 5 silver.
Can I pay with a platinum and get 3.5 change?
You can.
Because that's all I have.
Also,
right.
how much did one ration weigh? Was that just a pound?
One
Good pound.
ration is actually, yeah, you got it.
1 pound? Okay.
It's, hang on. Let me look.
I think
It is 2
wanna say it's
pounds. Yeah.
2 pounds for a ration?
Yep.
For a
Single
day.
ration is 2 pounds. Yep.
An entire day.
You got to think of like, yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Oh,
second breakfast, all that shit.
all right.
need
I'll nag you guys about like carrying capacity and shit off stream. Yeah, I'm over carrying
Yeah.
capacity, but I'll figure that out later.
Yeah,
That's
me
fine.
Oh, you are? Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I am as well.
Oh shit. All right. Well, then I'm glad you guys are buying a cart.
I need to find an armor dealer so I could sell my old
Maybe a
change
bag
shirt.
of holding would be nice.
Bag of
Yeah,
holding
why
would
don't
be
we-
excellent.
Why don't we just go? I'll
Yeah.
thank the shopkeep and tell him we might be back, and we're gonna go check out the magical shop
Yes,
first.
indeed. I agree with that.
Says, of course. And as you exit, go ahead.
I did want to buy some shit, but
What do you need?
if it's cool with you, I already looked at the prices for all the stuff, so I can just read it plus what it costs. If that's cool with you,
That's fine.
I
Yeah, I'll just
wanted-
go ahead.
I wanted 15 rations at 75 gold pieces.
Yep.
5 things of oil, which is 5 silver pieces, or excuse me, 74
Okay.
silver pieces. 2 rope
Interesting.
for 2 gold pieces. I got 3 tents for us for 6 gold pieces. 2
Damn,
water
okay.
skins for
Damn.
4 silver pieces, and then 5 boxes of caltrops for 5 gold pieces. 5.
Wow, you're just fucking.
I'm one of those
I don't
players.
The
I'm
Boy
one of those
Scout-
players that likes to have everything at my disposal.
Be
I might
It
prepared.
wanna
sounds
copy-
like that.
I might want to copy some of that. So if you want to just like drop that in chat at some point, like in the Discord or something, I'll probably copy some of that.
Okay.
Yes,
And I'll
please
just
do if
adjust
you
it after
can.
the stream. Yeah.
Just because it's all inventory and we should keep
Yeah.
track of it anyways.
Yep. Cool.
I like
Over
it.
to the-
I love the initiative.
But the tents are 2 people each, so we can have 3 tents for the 6 of us.
Okay. Cool.
Right. Okay. All right then. You guys head to the Radiant Quill. And what that is you just kind of like interact with a few of the locals around the area, and they tell you, drunkenly, it's over on the corner near the inn, and so they point you in a direction. It's right here.
We walked right past it.
That's right. And get the text shit from the map. Copy. Paste. Not the Harborview Inn, it's the Radiant Quill. Done. Alright, so you walk in. There's this sign hanging outside that looks like a feathered quill dipping into an inkwell. And there's like a few sparkles almost carved into this wood placard that's set against this much darker wood sign. It's really attractive as well. And you head inside, and as soon as you do, the room opens up into a vast, we'll call it a display room. There's pedestals with glass containers, all containing very unique and different magical items. Presumably, they're protected from the elements outside. And you see along one side of the wall of the shop is a bunch of bookcases with books lining from top to bottom. And there's also things hanging on the wall. Shields, swords, tapestries, suits of armor, leather, metal. You're seeing other strangely far more fortified display cases in the back of the room that look like they house a whole manner of different things. And you enter. Just popping up with his head beyond one of the maybe 3 or 4 foot tall display cases is just the top of a head. And rounding the corner, you see this halfling gentleman approach you. He says, welcome. Newcomers, I see.
Yeah, hi. We've come into some gold and platinum, and we're hoping to procure some magical items. Wanted to see
Well,
what you had.
you've come to the right place, my friend. And how about your other brethren there? They look like they have some coin to spend too.
I'm just gonna.
Would you have a bag? Would you happen to have a bag of holding in here for sale?
Well, of course. What did you think I was? Some street side vendor?
No. Completely missing the sarcasm.
No, he just kind of smiles. He says, "Absolutely. Tell me, what degree? What sort of bag of holding are you looking for? Something on the more expensive side, or are you a little bit light pursed? Yes?
Light pursed, Zigbist will say unashamedly.
And closes her mouth.
The first option, then. Not a problem. He goes over to his... there's this counter that's set in the center of the shop, and behind him is a display case that's kind of built up from the floor to several feet above the counter itself. So it's probably about 9 or 10 feet high. It looks like it could be a bookshelf, but what it actually is just a multi-compartmental display case with glass facets. So you can see through onto the other side and see what's inside the little blocks, what he has. And he opens up one compartment and he pulls out a rather mundane-looking leather bag. But tied around the neck of it is a lanyard. It's made up of both leather but also some pieces of metal at the ends of the strands that tie the bag. And he kind of throws it onto the counter. He says, it's been a while since I've actually sold one of these things.
Then I'm sure you're eager to part with it.
How much gold do you actually have on you? I mean, I don't want to presume anything.
How much gold are you asking?
Well,
how much is this bag of holding you're willing to sell for?
Let me just look here. That was me trying to delay so I can look at the where is it? There it is. Jesus. So that is a wondrous item, which is going to be okay. He says, "Well, I haven't sold this one in a while, so I guess I'm willing to get rid of it at a slightly lower price. How about 300 gold if you got it?" Oh, that's too expensive.
You just said that you had trouble selling them recently. Surely you can part with it for less than that.
I want your life. No, I'm just kidding.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Can I give the help action?
You may if you're there.
Can I
That
bardic
is
check?
always an option according to Sylvan, so.
Anybody want to guidance me also?
Yeah.
I'll just take one of these bardics off.
Oh,
19. And then roll 1d4. Okay, 20. Dirty 20.
Well, and I can give the bardic if that will help out too. I've already taken it off my character
You
sheet.
you can apply it. I always assume that you can just simply be strumming something or playing something. It's almost like an actual musician just practicing. There's really no time or place for it. You can do it.
whoa, is that a
26.
6? Jesus.
Okay. He says, "Well, yeah, you're right, I guess. It just doesn't seem like something I should really hold on to. I don't think it would really be beneficial to me holding on. So, sure. How about, let's go with this. How about it, 150 gold? Is that better?
How about 100?
You're really driving a hard bargain.
We're interested in other things in the shop as well. Maybe we can do some type of bulk discount?
Like what?
Do you have any magical items that improve the ability to sort of dodge or prevent damage? For
I
armor
might.
class.
Let me just go ahead and take a few moments in the back, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Oh, I also wanted to see if they had that poison resist amulet. I forget what the fuck it's called though.
Right. He says that, yeah, just sorry. But why don't you go ahead and leave everything that you want me to examine on the table, and I'll be back to check that in a moment. I just want to make sure I have this particular item for your friend here. And he steps away. You see him waddle off towards the back, kind of getting lost between the rows of display cases, and the door opens and closes. You don't even see who opens and closes it. It's almost like a ghost does, because he's so short. And it's at this point that you guys are just waiting, and the door behind you, in sort of a draft, accompanies the door opening. And stepping through is a robed figure. But the only one that you've seen lately is Whisper. This is not Whisper. In fact, this figure has their hood down. And they're kind of pale. And they have half-elf ears. Maybe middle-aged, according to your perceptions. And there is a kind of a chill that enters the air when he steps inside the building. And he stops for a moment after he closes the door, hood down, looks at you all, hair slicked back, takes a few steps forward, goes up to the counter, doesn't really pay much attention to you. And after a few moments, the owner comes back. He says, all right, I think this will work for you. And then he looks up and he stops talking. And he sees the man standing there. He says, oh. And the man says, is my commission ready? And the shop owner kind of shudders. You can see it just with your passive perceptions. And he just looks to you all almost scared in a way. And he says, yeah, just on time, actually. Give me a second. And he goes back out towards the back of his shop. And that's when this guy kind of like, yeah, he looks over at all of you. Doesn't even care if you see him doing it. He looks at all of you, observing you up and down. And he says, hello.
Hey, friend. Earning some commission? What did you do for the shop?
I'm surprised that you think that your business.
Well, maybe talk quieter next time.
Maybe don't eavesdrop.
Drunk is just gonna, like, aggressively kind of, like, stretch and then turn that into just, like, a big old flex with the arms behind the head and go, oh, you know, I can't help but hear things.
While these guys are doing this, can I, like, actively try and steal a bag of holding?
Can we not?
He knows we're here. He knows that we're the ones that wanted it.
At least wait till
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna
No,
do
I know.
that.
It's funny. It's really funny. So actually, what's going to happen is he's going to look at you, Drunk, with he looks at you and he says, really,
Really? That's why I said it.
He takes a few steps towards you.
Not
Doesn't
moving,
care.
Grinning.
Yep, doesn't care at all. He peers at you up and down, looks at your clothing, looks at your skin, looks at your face, and just the
Covered in
general
scars, covered in
shape of
blood.
you. Yep, he says, as he gets close enough where you could probably bite his head off if you wanted to. He just kind of leans in and he says, "You think you are superior, don't you?"
I think Drunk is just gonna go make a little kissy noise at him.
Why must you always start trouble?
I'm proud
Drunk
of
just
you.
seems to find me.
I am
See, and then I'm
simply-
gonna point to Ember and go, "See, this guy gets it."
That's Corgo talking. Everett has like a proud look on his face, though.
Oh, okay.
I am
GM
simply
did say there
here-
was going to be punchable faces.
I am simply here to collect what is rightfully mine. And
Good
I
for
paid
you.
for it. Yes.
I don't like the close to the ears whispers. Look, shh, no. Much too close.
You love
Anyway.
it. You know you do.
Buddy, I'm gonna need you to
I
back it
guess,
up.
yeah, Drunk is just gonna say, "Oh, good for you. Can I help you with that in some way? Does that have something to do with me? Why are you approaching me? I don't really understand what you're
Oh.
trying to accomplish here."
Oh, you're approaching me?
That's when the owner comes back and he sees sort of the semi-confrontation that's going on. And he says, "Hey, I don't tolerate that in my shop. Get the hell out if you're going to be doing that. I've already had enough issues."
The Drunk is all cheery and waves at him and goes, "Oh, no, don't worry, we're just chatting. Did you manage to find any of those magical items?" Just completely fucking ignoring this guy now.
Throws some items down onto the ground. Yeah, I did.
Oh, great!
He tosses a wrapped package towards this unknown gentleman. I wouldn't call him a gentleman. I just use that word only because that's what came to mind at the time. I would call him an absolute asshole.
He
But
seems like a charmer.
he catches it, one hand, tucks it into his robe. He looks to you all. He says, "Until next time."
Drunk is gonna make more smoochy noises at him.
I want to make a perception check to see if he has any like easily identifying signets or anything like that.
Yep,
that-
roll me a
Okay, then
perception. Yep, go ahead and do that. And
Oh, fuck off!
Do any of us recognize who this guy is?
you can roll me a history or again the perception.
I got a 0 in the history, but oh, 20. There we go.
Okay.
I wanted an
A few of
insight.
you, yeah, you could do that too. I will give you both.
History and insight?
No, you can roll an insight and then others can roll whatever they want. It seems they already have, which is fine.
Ah.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
a people person.
Can I give Tranquility guidance, just like a quick gesture?
I don't think she needs it. If anything, Emberin does.
Okay. Well, I think I was trying to boost the highest roll. Oh, we don't have another insight. Okay, yeah, I'll give it to Embrin.
Correct. Trust me, both are important. Insight. Oh man,
Oh,
7.
wow.
Can I roll insight
Sure.
or too much? Okay.
No, that's fine.
We've done. Oh, I got a fucking 8.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Still more than Umbrid.
All right, so
That's
drunk perceptions. It does appear that there is some kind of tattoo that he has on the left side of his neck, lower on the neck near his collarbone. It's covered partially by the robe he's wearing. You can't quite make it out, even with your perception. Tranquility, with your history. There's one thing that has plagued there's one thing that has kind of not only plagued Aurora's Rest, but also been a damper on Project Dawnbreak. And that is what's known as the Umbralites. You've heard about these individuals. They typically wear the same clothes, attire, all that stuff, have the same demeanor, usually tough, forward, and not really caving to any threat. They're very forward in their thinking, at least as far as their beliefs go. They believe that Project Dawnbreak is a blasphemy against the nature of things. They believe that the Long Dark is meant to happen and therefore should not be hindered.
I'm glad that I didn't recognize him then.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Aw, I wanted to say later, dick, as he walked out the door. My typical fashion.
We're gonna make enemies of everyone in this land, I assure you.
I mean, if he wanted to swear to me, I've got a feature he don't want to find out about.
They believe that the Long Dark is meant to happen and therefore should not be hindered in any way, and in fact should be encouraged in some regard.
I can make this man regret speaking to us if he wanted to test me.
So we're going to say that we end off at about 9 a.m. in the morning of the 3rd of Dusktide.
Making our purchases before we make blood spill in the store.
Or,
Yeah, I really-
Never said I'd spill his blood. I just make him
really
spill his
hoping for an
pits
AC
into the
boost.
pants. I got a chain shirt if you want.
As you can see, RP sessions can provide just as much intrigue and excitement as combat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I
Absolutely.
kind of wanted that periodic proof of against poison. Thing is so fucking nice.
Hey, DM,
Yes.
is it Umbra Lights? Umbral Lights?
Umbralites. Yes. So
The,
the word umbral and then ites after it.
Oh, Umbra Lights. Okay.
Yes, they are an interesting group, and they will be going into the Legend Keeper.
I want to make this man piss himself in fear.
Good
Trump's
luck.
gonna be right there with you.
Are you Zim? Let's be honest.
I
Between the two of
understand.
us.
I understand the ramifications of you guys combining forces and doing what you do to scare him. But
Well, I mean,
there's a lot you don't know about this guy. He's pretty.
Yeah, I was
funny.
gonna say he could be. It's all well and good that we're scary, but he could also just be like level 10, and he's gonna fuck all of us if we try to 1v1.
He's just gonna like wish us away.
Yeah.
I mean, I have that.
Just like shoes you. Yeah, CMS.
I have that. I have that background feature.
Now I want you all to know
That's a
that
portable hole.
even though the most of the people you've met in Aurora's Rest so far are kind of dicks, not everyone here. are
Hey, I'm
dicks.
just one of them.
Not everyone here. What?
Not everyone here is a piece of shit.
Cool.
But I'm a go mingle.
And it's funny, you guys actually happen to coincide with some of the stuff I had planned. So I let you guys do your thing. And then there were a couple times where I was like, yes,
I want to go find my lady
enter
friend.
my web.
Enter your web. I want to go find my lady friend.
Gross.
What?
All right, that will be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Glad you enjoyed, hopefully.
It was
GP.
fun.
Good night,
I still have
everybody.
so much money to spend.
Good
Night.
game. Good night, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.